What's going on, huh? What's going on over there, huh? Hey, YouTube. What's going on? Thank you for tuning in now and in the future. What is going on with you? I hope you're doing okay. Yes. Righty. Well, I wanted to come on here and do a quick one. It's not going to be a 3-hour one. But I hope you guys had a blessed weekend. We have had an excellent weekend over here, my family and I, and it's just a wonderful, beautiful day out here in sunny Southern California, the Golden State. Wonderful weather. It is about 72 degrees, I believe. Really pleasant. Sunshine. And yeah, what can I say? Life is good. I hope life is good for you too. All right, so let's get down to business. I've had, when I first started doing the narcissism series videos, I had this inclination of possibly turning off the comments because I thought it might be a controversial topic. But I didn't, because I have had people ask me to open up the comments and leave the comments open so that they could comment. They wanted to comment on my content. And as you know, this is all organic, homegrown content. There are no sponsors here that want to sell you anything. I don't have any books to sell you. I don't have any workshops to sell you. I don't have any GoFundMes for you to give me money. I don't have a Patreon for you to subscribe to. I don't have any life coaching that I want to sell you on. There is nothing for you to buy here. I don't need or want anything from you. I do not ask anyone to like and subscribe. This is just straight content, period. Now, I'm not against anybody making their money out there. I'm not against people who have sponsors, who have merchandise that they want to sell to you. I don't, that's, hey, people hustle. They trying to get paid. I don't have any of that going on over here. I'm good. I don't need anything from you. If you want to come out here and listen to my content, that's fine. I'm willing to share it. But again, I'm not bringing it to anybody's face. You have to go out of your way to come out here in the boondocks in the middle of nowhere on the internet to my little nook and cranny out here and sit down and listen and feel like maybe you're offended. But, then that's on you. If you made the effort, you got to make a little effort to come over here and listen to this stuff. It's not very well known. Nobody really knows about it. It's not being promoted anywhere. So I don't understand why some people still want to feel upset because, obviously they made the effort to figure out where I'm at and what I'm saying way out here with my 2.5 subscribers and my 2.5 listeners. And some people are worried, I guess. I don't understand. I don't have anybody listening to me. It's just me talking to myself here. There's nothing happening here. It's just me. So, I want to clear up something because I think there's been a little confusion for some odd reason. Excuse me, I'm drinking some seltzer water. Yeah, there's been some confusion out here. It seems that people have been confused about where I stand on this whole narcissism issue. So I want to make it perfectly clear. This channel is called the Random Stuff Channel. This is my thoughts and opinions, and there is no specific, there is no specific target audience for this channel. Thus the name Random Channel. But let me clue all of my listeners into what this channel is not. This channel is not a platform for individuals who have been cut off, whether it's their family, their sons and daughters, their exes, their spouses, their neighbors, whoever. This is not a platform for people who have been cut off by their adult sons and daughters. We are not holding space for those people, whatever the reason is, whether it's their fault or not. This channel is not a platform for those individuals. Okay, so some people, I believe, have taken a wrong turn, and I know that happens. Sometimes you get lost in life, and sometimes you can get confused about things. Perhaps I wasn't very clear in my communication in my videos, in all of my videos. Perhaps I wasn't very clear, so let me clear that up and unconfuse those who may be confused on a Sunday today. This channel is not for the narcs. This is not for anybody who has been cut off by their adult sons and daughters. They will get no sympathy over here. None. Zero. This channel, when we are speaking about the topic, is for those who have been abused and who have done the cutting off. That's what we're holding space for, is those who have cut off the narcissistic, toxic individuals out of their life. Okay? So once again, I know that it may be a little confusing. Perhaps I haven't been clear even just now. So let me be clear again. This channel is not for the narcs. This channel is not for people who have been cut off by their adult sons and daughters. There are many, many, many other channels, blogs, websites, mental health groups that those individuals are more than welcome to go. Because this channel is not it. They took a wrong turn. They're on the wrong side of town. Wrong side of town. So, the narc supply is over there. We are not interested in that over here. Okay? I have no interest in it. All right, so I'm glad we got that out of the way, and I hope that that was clear enough. I hope that was clear enough. And now the next one, because I think there was some people that took a wrong turn on this channel. I don't know what's going on. I'm not quite sure if it's YouTube sending these videos through an algorithm that's a little quirky, and it's sending it to the people who have been cut off, and they're looking at these videos and getting triggered, or, if it's just some lonely troll who can't get their adult daughters and sons and daughters to call them back or even bother with them. They've been cut off, and so they want to troll a random stranger for a little bit of supply. I understand that these narcs can get real desperate when the grade A premium supply has been cut off. I guess they just, whoever they can get it from, and I guess my channel talking about it was an easy way to get a little bit of narc supply on that. I don't know, but again, let me unconfuse those who may be confused. So this person, they said, let me see what they said. Let me try to remember what they said on, it was a day or two ago, was it a couple of days, a couple of weeks ago? Excuse me. They said, why are you so obsessed with narcissism? And you're the narcissist. Ooh. I'm smoking Packwoods GMO cookies hybrid, 2.5 gram pre roll. It's a fatty. Oh. Well, let me take one more puff and then I'll get back to it. Alrighty. Alrighty. So the person said, "You're the narcissist, and why are you so obsessed? And why are you so revengeful? And why are you so hateful?" Excuse me. So I'm not quite sure how that individual got on this channel, how they found this channel. Maybe it's those people from estranged parent group, whatever that group was that other person was talking about. Maybe some of those people came over here and got their feelings hurt. Not quite sure what that was about, but in any case, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. And so what I'm going to do is disable the comments on my video here. So while I do enjoy everyone's feedback, those of us who are on the same page, I understand that everybody has trolls for whatever reason. Excuse me. And that kind of comes with the territory. Whenever you're out there, you're gonna have somebody that's gonna try and come for you for whatever reason. Sometimes who knows why. There's so many reasons why. And me personally, I'm not really all that interested, you know what I mean? But I think that there's been some people that have gotten confused for whatever reason. Perhaps it's willful confusion and willful ignorance. I know that that is a thing these days with some certain groups of people. But that's their unfinished business. That's their baggage to work out, and there's no room for that here. There's no interest whatsoever. So yeah, there's that. Just letting you know why you might see some of the videos that will be coming up on disabled. The comments, you will not be able to comment because I'm just not interested. I'm not interested in anything like that. No narc supply here for you. No narc supply here. I know I've been asked to leave those comment sections open so that those who I do like to hear from can comment. But, we are in the holiday season. I've been saying this for some time. And, these types of energies do kick up in the holiday season. They get triggered. And, excuse me. Oh, I've got sinuses real bad. They do get triggered, and, people just don't like somebody who is out there, who's strong, and who is very knowledgeable about these things, and who discusses it with others that are relevant to the conversation. So there's that. Just don't have the interest for it. I just, I'm not interested. I like playing with other things. I like a different kind of play. I don't like playing around with ignorance and all of that, because I don't think that person knew me. This is like a random stranger, So I think the person was probably some old person somewhere, 70, 80 years old, 90 years old, angry about life, angry that they can't get their own children, their own adult sons and daughters to give them the time of day, and nobody else wants to be bothered with them. They done burned through everybody that they know in their life, and so they see my video talking about that very thing, and they got triggered, and here you are, trolling and triggering. So that's that. I understand that the topic is controversial. I think there is a lot of guilt, anger, and shame surrounding it, and a lot of secrecy. And I think that's one of the reasons I have decided to talk about it a little bit more. I mean, we here in this area, we have support groups, and I have gone through to groups for years and years and years and talked about it. And there's really nothing, well, I won't say there's nothing new, because there's always something new to learn, but the basics, I pretty much know the basics of that. And but recently I did come across uh, some keyword information where I realized this is a very hot topic. A lot of people want to know about it. They want to talk about it. So why not? Why not talk about it, right? It's something that I know about. Excuse me. And I think that anytime you have any kind of life experience on a certain topic, it's good to share that. If you feel like you want to share that with other people, you want to compare notes, why not? Why not? I think the last time I checked, we all still had freedom of speech. But I see that some people are triggered, and they hate that I'm doing good, and they hate that other people are doing good. And so, typical narc fashion. And the narc likes to spin it. Narcs like to call you the narc. You're the narc. Okay. Okay. But at the end of the day, whatever they say, you can't argue with the fact that their own flesh and blood, adult sons and daughters, have cut them off. Like Boom Kwee said, cut them off. You guys remember Boom Kwee from Saturday Night Live, right? I will cut you off. Isn't that what she always said? I will cut you off. So, you can't argue with that. Say what you will all day long, but they cannot escape that reality. Because at the end of the day, no matter what, they are still cut off for good. And so, that's where we're at with that today. I think I might make some more videos on it. Specifically, I have a new one that I'm going to talk about. Excuse me. Let's see. This is called, let me pull up the term here. Okay. Hold up. What was the term I had yesterday? I actually met a nice lady at a coffee shop in Hollywood, and we got to talking. Anyway, she started talking about something called acquired situational narcissism. And this is in reference to doctors. And she is a nurse practitioner. So she was talking about how the healthcare system is in shambles these days, and how doctors have a God complex, and a lot of them have a big ego. So it can cause someone to lose their life, or to be really sick and suffer needlessly for years and years, right? So she used a term called acquired situational narcissism. So I want to talk about that in the future a little bit more. There are different flavors of narcissism. I used to think there was only one type of narcissism, but human beings are very complex. So like Baskin Robbins, 32 flavors of ice cream, there's a lot of different flavors of narcissism. So this is a new one. I'm going to read up on it. I'm going to learn up on it, so that I can talk about it in a video, in a upcoming video. And in reference to that, I might even talk about Charles Cullen. This is a serial killer nurse. This is a serial killer medical professional that was able to kill a lot of people at many different hospitals, and the hospitals knew that they knew he was killing patients. He was putting insulin in their saline bags, overdosing them on insulin and digoxin and other types of things. And what the hospitals would do, instead of turning him in for killing people, he was killing people's grandparents, he was killing people's wives and husbands, he was killing people's children. It didn't matter. He was just getting off on watching these people die. And like I said, he was 10, 12 different hospitals over a certain amount of years' time, and they knew what he was doing, but they didn't want lawsuits on them. They wanted to save the face of the hospital organization. Does that ring a bell, anybody? Does that remind you of a whole other organization? Like, we see this pattern over and over and over, right? We see it in the family unit, and we see it in the big corporations. Is it religious? Is it a medical corporation? Is it a business corporation? Like, it's all over the place. So hospitals are covering up, because he's by far not the only one, but these hospitals have been and continue to cover up people like him. And he was a specific serial killer working in the medical profession. And he was he was there killing people right in front of everybody, right under everybody's noses. And the hospital administrators knew what they would do. They would just let him go to save face. They didn't want any kind of lawsuits coming back on them. And in the process, more than a dozen hospitals basically enabled this serial killer to continue. And he himself said, nobody stopped me, so I continued. So that is on Netflix. It is called, check that one out, in reference to one of my future videos that I'll be doing. Let me see what it was called. Charles Cullen Killer. Let me see, Killer Nurse. The Good Nurse, that's what it's called. The Good Nurse on Netflix. It's 2 hours and 3 minutes. I thought it was a good movie. It's based on a true story. Charles Cullen. You can YouTube his interrogation and some of the other documentaries on this particular nurse. Excuse me. I don't even know if I could just call this person a narcissist. This is probably more along the lines of psychopath and sociopath. Like, this guy has no kind of empathy or conscience or anything. Okay. So, having said that, acquired situational narcissism is a topic that I want to explore and talk about. This is going to reference medical professionals such as this nurse, as well as also people who aren't serial killers like him, but yet they do a lot of damage medically to patients, and that also bully nurses. The doctors are very much bullies. Some of these doctors are very mean bullies to nurses. There's a lot of bullying going on in the medical professional between doctors and nurses. And this is something that also isn't talked about. So this type of narcissism is existent in many areas, but especially seen in the medical profession. So I think I might talk about that. But yeah, I think that's it for today. Let me see, did I cover everything? Yeah. But once again, to reiterate and summarize here before I get off this video, this channel will not be a platform for anything but the people who have cut off a narcissist or a sociopath, toxic people, okay? If a person finds themselves on the other end where they have been cut off, then this is not the channel for them. They've taken a wrong turn. It happens. But now that person needs to back up and go find their tribe somewhere else. else, because this ain't it. Okay. And for those people who feel like I'm such a horrible narcissist and I'm hateful and vengeful for cutting off the narcissists in my life, well, I wish you well with your thoughts and feelings. Thanks for sharing. Have a good day.